The gameplay of Dead Space is based primarily off of Resident Evil 4, so if you played that game, you'll have a pretty good understanding of where this game's coming from. However, they do handle it differently. It does make it its own. The controls are smooth, but what makes it work is your character takes time to do a task, so you get more of a sense of urgency. So from switching weapons or going from walking mode to firing mode, it all really helps it gives it balance. And it does give the game a sense of urgency and danger.
The graphics for Dead Space I believe to be top-notch. They do very well, especially in the opening cinematic. You have the design of characters, models, faces, and all that work very well. The graphics, more than anything, the graphics fit the mood of the game very well, adding a level of horror, mystery, and chaos to the environment. And therefore, I personally think that these are some of the best graphics around. As far as Dead Space weapons go, I mean, let's face it, the only weapon you really need is the plasma cutter. However, what I do love is that the weapons that you do have in the game make perfect sense with being an engineer like Isaac Clarke. The weapons are very unique like that. They're not like every other shooter. Yes, you do have an assault rifle, but then you'll be using a buzzsaw, a force gun, weapons designed for an engineer or for helping with the environment. I personally love the story in Dead Space. It's one of my favorite. It does start off small. It is a basic, classic survival horror story. It starts off like Alien did. You don't know so much about the place, but then it starts to expand, and you see a much larger, broader universe. The video logs and commentaries help show the scale of the world you live in. And it also shows you insights as to what the Ishimura was like before your character boards the ship. Now, the characters are very basic, you know, fitting every single archetype, but they do evolve over time, so they are structured that way. They might start off small, but they will start to expand before your very eyes. And that is not what she said.
Overall, with everything that Dead Space has accomplished, I think it hit a lot of very good marks, but it also did miss quite a few. The graphics are very good, the gameplay works, I personally think, very well. The weapons do need to be improved on quite a bit. The story I do really enjoy, and you can tell that there is going to be more of the story to come with Dead Space 2. So I personally give Dead Space for the Xbox 360 4 markers out of 5. And if you're like me, guys, then you can't wait for the next game to come.